Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Atlanta. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Tuesday. Got 3. Ready.
The give to the fullback on the dive. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Freeman again, a first down carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
21.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
This is Coleman. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage. And
he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a play fake. Wentz eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Justin Hardy deep for Atlanta. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game. Had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Right back to him on 1st down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. He'll have another 1st down and more. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Let's go.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Get up!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Ryan taking it in. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
And now running right through it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Again, it's Wentz. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Here's Ajayi. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A good pickup there, a 22. 82, 82. Here's Wentz to throw. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. To throw is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Vic Beasley. Able to drop him for a loss of 4. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. Steps away to his left. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Coleman now. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Now Sproles. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10.
22, 20, 20, 54, south. Go.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Tuesday.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know. I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better. We'll find out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one. Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter. Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan. Wentz going to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation. So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them. And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail. Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive. And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too. No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
39. Hey, express! Hey, gun. Hey, express! Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Flushed out right. Looking downfield. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 93 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score in the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going. And now we find out about the fortitude
of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 46. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep running it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And that'll be held in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper from 6 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game. Teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The first throw for the backup Foles. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Deion Jones coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time
one
we have to leave the booth.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over, yet they are human.
This is caught inside the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, let's go. Great. Hey, Silver.
They run with Ajayi. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking for the guy carrying the ball.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey from 6 yards away. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Elliott now to kick this one away. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 53 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era when we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, let's go.
Coleman. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Falcons add on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, twisting away. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Foles. He sets to fire deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
1-1-1.
Foles. It's brought in left side by Tate. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And he's got his man on the out route. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now Foles. Ertz has it left side. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll set up a throw.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's third and short. Back to throw here. And he connects with Ertz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now Ryan on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Ryan on second down. Sitting with a grab over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
And they just hit another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
The age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And how it turns out, it turns out.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Gun. Ready. Blue 80. 21. Come on. Hey.
second down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Mike Bennett in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
11. On. Hey, express. Hey, south. 12. 21.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
4th down. Here's Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Ryan wants to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about
looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Looking deep for Julio. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.
They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.